What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Spare Change. Today in for a review, we've got Interstellar on 4K Blu-ray. I'm not going to get into any plot details, I'm just going to give you my thoughts on the video and audio quality. Now for some tech specs. The film was shot on 35 and 65mm IMAX. It's got a 4K DI. Runtime is 169 minutes. It's PG-13. Aspect ratio switches between full screen IMAX and 240x1. So if you're viewing on a television, you'll get those black bars on top and bottom of your screen. Now for image quality, I didn't find too much of a difference between the regular Blu-ray and the 4K version. Resolution-wise, it gets a very small incremental increase in sharpness and detail. Exterior shots of the cornfields and Cooper's farm was a little tighter and cleaner looking, as well as close-up shots having a little more definition. Facial features and hair were rendered a touch better. HDR usage I thought was used subtly, with colors being a tiny bit more saturated. The cornfields and the skies did look a little richer and a little more fuller. Flesh tones were more natural and a bit warmer, and I found black levels to be a bit deeper, if not a bit muddy at times. Bright highlights never got really blinding or blown out like we saw in the Prestige, but they did peak a little higher and remained clean. Where you'll see most of the 4K goodness will be in those IMAX shots. The detail and clarity is so much more refined over the standard Blu-ray. When they get to Dr. Man's planet, you'll see every crevice and stone on the exterior shots, whether on the ground or in the background. If you're thinking about grabbing this film again, the IMAX scenes alone make it worth a purchase. Audio on the disc is in DTS HD 5.1, and if you already own the Blu-ray, you'd pretty much be getting the same experience. Front stage is wide and dynamic, with ambient sounds being placed in the rears. Bass response is demo material and goes ultra low, so if your subwoofers aren't up to the task, you may risk blowing them up. Dialogue is questionable as it tends to get drowned out during tense scenes, so you may be reaching for the remote several times. The musical score is a standout as it creates great emotional impact to many scenes and is very detailed and rich sounding. So for audio, I'm going to go with a 7.9. The Hans Zimmer score, along with the reference quality bass, really enhanced the viewing experience. Obviously, I would have preferred a new immersive Atmos or DTS-X mix, but that isn't going to be happening on any of the Nolan films. For video quality, I'm going to go with an 8. There isn't much of a difference between the 35mm shots on the regular Blu-ray, but those IMAX scenes were a real eye-opener and looked fantastic and very crisp. Now, being shot on film, there is a slight layer of grain throughout, but I never found it obtrusive, and I thought it made the viewing experience a little more cinematic feeling. This is the best this film has ever looked, and is worth repeat viewings, and a must-own if you're a fan. Now, if you're interested in picking up this film, or the entire Nolan collection, I left a link in the description down below. It helps the channel by using those links, which helps us produce more content like this. Be sure to follow us on social media, give us a like if you enjoyed this video, and if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you guys again in the next video.